Shalom Israel. Quick video. Hopefully it's edifying. Giving all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Rakakadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. Double honor to the apostle, elder bishops, a great millstone. Much salutation to the brother teaching word for the hopeful elect, soon to be the elect, most high will. To the hopeful extended elect, Shalom, blessings. And just getting right into it, man. It's what prompted me to do this video. Just got through watching Apostle Tahar's video, and it's kind of crazy. It's 1:44, 1 minute and 44 seconds, but subscribe to all the apostles, elder bishops, and be greatly edified. What is the 666 Mark II, GMS Truth, and which is the Apostle Tahar's channel, one of his channels. And then, he's talking about the King James Bible online has been hacked, and people, saying pray, and I think even pray for the hackers, but, it just, they control it. We always said they're trying to control the narrative, changing things. Even today, the algorithm, and everything else that got to do with truth, because they know truth is at an all-time high. And they're trying to, upset it. They're trying to upset prophecy and, disregard the prophets. So this is their machine. This is their gift to themselves, so to speak, in their own minds. Like, oh, we got, based on the New World Order, based on moving into a digital system, digital world. And we keep telling you that this is a digital system. And so I looked up, and you could watch the Apostle's video. I'll play a little bit of it, but it's real quick, so.
Shalom, this is a quick PSA.
And it's a PSA, so.
If you've been trying to go on the Apocrypha site, the King James Bible online, where you got the Apocrypha, not the Blue Letter. Blue Letter doesn't carry the Apocrypha. It's this page right here. So this is what they're saying. Dear KJV Reading Community, this is a temporary emergency website. Hackers attempted to gain control of the site and hold it for ransom. Please pray for their salvation and that the full service can be restored. Thank you for your patience. May God bless you, KJB Online.
Hopefully you can hear it.
So that's what they're saying, okay? It's some outside force try to get in. You know what I'm gonna do? Let me try this. Let me go to 2nd Chronicles to see what's gonna happen here. Okay, it's a whole different. I wonder if you can go to the Apocrypha. That's the main reason why we go to use this site, to go to the Apocrypha. Okay, I don't think they have the Apocrypha. So you're just gonna have to wait and see. Anyway, shalom on.
So yeah, and I looked up. I basically asked a question, Google a question: can hackers cause domestic terrorism? Because it's got to do with hacking, and not only the Bible, but hacking, all-time high. But anything else, information, hacking. I think it's a movie. I think it's a few movies out there on Netflix, or some of these other channels called The Hackers or Hackers that tell about how your mind can be hacked by computers using with that MOTB, like hijacking a mind. Because the MOTB, which is the RFID C, it holds memory and it holds information, and it's pretty much um, a device that interlocks, so to speak, with your cells, like some Neuralink stuff that Elon Musk is on. But I'll read it. Yes, hackers can cause or contribute to domestic terrorism. Security experts, the FBI, and academic researchers increasingly. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to try to sound too intelligent, man. We stumble upon these words. This is not our right language, man. So we get easily tongue tied and can't find the right words, but we do the best we can. Increasingly define such actions as cyber terrorism when digital attackers are used to inflict violence, generate fear, or cause significant disruption to critical infrastructure for political or social goals. Um, so you might have somebody that hack the computer and the mainframe, whatever, and say, well, if we don't get our demands, we're a secret society, whatever. We don't get our demands, we'll shut off the power grid, and no one have power. No one have a electricity access to, any kind of power that is ran by electricity, which is pretty much everything you use today. Go into your house, and if the lights go out, you can't use anything. Your phone's gonna die out. So, and these messages can come through your phone, your computer, maybe even your TV. Hackers, it's kind of like the Matrix. That's what actually Morpheus said. That's how you know the Matrix is real. Morpheus actually said that. I think he said when Neo said, "What are they?" He said, "The computer programs, they can hack into any program that's not wired to that's wired to the system." So if you're using devices such as computers, cell phones, and even your TV, they can hack into it. Change the format, change the program. So if there's a King James Bible online, they have access to that if they're going to hack. So, and I said, and it further reads, how hackers can cause domestic terrorism. It says, man, I need to practice reading, man. My reading is getting shabby, man. Targeting critical infrastructure, hackers can attack essential services like electrical grids. See, there you go, electrical grids, hospital networks, or water supply systems. A coordinated attack on these systems could cause physical damage, environmental damage, or loss of life, creating fear similar to traditional terrorist acts. Weaponizing technology, domestic extremists are increasingly leveraging artificial intelligence, drones, and digital tools for recruitment, planning, and executing attacks. Now, we always say that a lot of this is inside job. A lot of this is already government ran. So they can easily stage an attack, and say that it's hackers. Like they do when they enter these other lands. They say, well, they make up a terrorist group like a Taliban or the Jihad. It was another one. When I think they entered into Iraq. But over here, I mean, domestic means pretty much in-house. So if there's a domestic attack, then that means it's coming from somebody in America. So they can easily just set up martial law from there and say, well, hey, we can't trust nobody. But it's going to be a certain events that happen to lead up to these things. And it's going to happen quickly because it says that in scripture, Most High shorten the time for the elect's sake. And we've always talked about, starting with the apostles, elder bishops on down, like it'll have a snowball effect, which means it'll increase. Going downhill, America going downhill, the things that are operated within America, um, you know, the evil, the wicked, the devices, all that, it'll take a snowball effect to where everything is affected. Like when you see a snowball roll down a hill, it picks up everything, sticks, rocks, and it gets bigger and bigger until it, gets to the end of its downhill, and it basically explodes and shit. But it affects, and then when the explosion happens, it affects everybody. So that's what's happening really with America, really, the infrastructure of this place, and the a snowball effect, generating fear through disruptions, attacks that cause large-scale disruptions, such as shutting down transportation systems. There you go, or financial services. You're not going to be able to get to your money. If somebody hack a certain bank or a system that deals with the banking or treasury department, you're not going to get your money. It can cause economic damage and public panic. So, we're dealing with digital means in this age. We're dealing with, every now and then, back then you used to hear about hackers every now and then. You're like, yeah. Now it's like, you're aware that they could, attack anytime, or, even with AI, that's pretty much a hacking machine. They laugh at it and they have fun with it. But that's a hacking machine, man. It'll hack your voice. It'll hack your characteristics, your what do they call it? Your mannerisms and all that, and people will think you actually did something that you didn't do. So those are there. Those kind of elements of surprise regarding hacking is there. And we can only we go to the basic scriptures. Jeremiah 18:12, it says, and they said, there is no hope, but we will walk after our own devices, and we will every one do the imagination of his heart. Now, in prophecy, we're son of prophets, we always prophesied against our own people too, because they were going off. So, we always talk about the elect. So, elect is being established and being built up as a spiritual house. And they prophesy against these things, as well as Israel too. And, but you could use this for Esau too, because they fall in the same footsteps. On the long lines of, what is common to men, the natural man, to do these things, and justify it within their own heart, not according to the scriptures, but their own heart. Like, well, yeah, this sounds good. This sounds like it's going to work. It sounds, we need a makeover. America needs a makeover. America's needing a new face, a banner, so they're going to be having a new world order. And, within that new world order, you'll still be able to buy and sell. You'll still be able to get goods and all that. Not so much real resources, because, that's drying up as we speak. But as long as you have a device, now, we go that scripture, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. Man has imagined many inventions in his heart, paraphrasing. Isaiah 32:7, the instruments also of the churl are evil. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words. See, even when the needy speaketh right. So look at that, lying words. So yeah, they trying to change the narrative of words and through hacking, through algorithm, or if it's a such thing, hacking the algorithm, if it's a such thing. But you know, they put these things into play to destroy the poor. And really, the poor is talking about the elect once again, because we always go to that because who's getting shut out of this kingdom of America, the elect. Who Most High will, we say, is not going to take the MOTB, the elect. So if you don't take the MOTB, you're going to be considered. How can you buy or sell? And Most High, we believe He's going to help us. We believe that we will eat in that day. We believe that even if we have to become martyrs or die in this truth, we believe that the Most High will cover us and be for us. And so, we've been shut out of all these things, all these places, and even the very Bible. They might outlaw the real Bible. They might say, well, it is the Bible online, and they might make it for everybody. They might make it for sodomites. They make it. I mean, I think they do have a Queen James Bible, but they'll construct a system. That allows, as long as you following the system, that allows freedom and liberty within that realm, and say, well, this is, if anybody offends this freedom and liberty within this realm of how we have set the laws, which they feel works for man and kind, and for the wicked people, it does. For sodomites, it does. For adulterers, it does. For idolizers, it does. For unbelievers, it does, because they don't have to follow a law. They don't have to follow the laws to the best ability. They don't have no what do you call it? They don't they don't they're not subject to rebuke or anything. So that's what people want to do: be carefree and live a so-called prosperous life without any rules and regulations, to a degree that they have to live spiritually and have to be accounted for what they do in their body, on a level to where they and to be judged for that. So yeah, they're trying to change things, hack into things. It's the Matrix, man, hacking into the mainframe to destroy. That's what the agents were trying to do, hack into Zion's mainframe, because what did Tank say? He said every leader of Zion holds the codes within within the mainframe, is their the mind. So they'll try. That's what they want. That's why we talk about the MOTB, to see help, because they're on another level. They're trying to tap into it. Ain't no religion. It ain't no that they're concerned about. It's something that's coming from within man, that's spoken of in the scriptures, that they're afraid of, that it's going to be unlocked. So they want to suffer it and put it down by putting something inside a man's mind and body to track his DNA, track his what do you call it, molecular structure, I guess. I don't know the word for it, but even when I'm gonna leave you with this, even when in the Matrix, when Neo took that pill and they said, "What is this for?" Neo asked, "What it's for?" He says, "It's to track your I forget what word he used, but it track your some like cells or something, because we think you've been hacked. You've been hacked, or I can't think of the words, but because remember Neo took that he took that they put that device in him that went inside his body. So they say, we think you've been hacked. I think that's the word they use. But yeah, I mean, so that was it was an attracting device to get that out of them. But that's what the mind and level they're on, man. They ain't on this. They playing chess. They high, like, they playing high intelligence with highly highly technical weapons, technocracy. So, you know, if y'all, and a lot of people didn't know about the Illuminati and these, and the so-called, the intelligent operations of the devil as men, as Edomites, that's being exercised every day. So they'd be like, well, no, it couldn't be that, but it is. Anyway, like I said, subscribe to the Apostle, Elder Bishops, and continue to be edified. Shalom.